everyone, welcome to another Learning Fives Heroes of the Storm edition. Tonight we have a show match between Real Ultimate Mosh Pit versus Raevar's Ravens. We saw last Friday. Here they are back once more. We're starting things off on Tomb of the Spider Queen. My name is Gravesville. With me tonight is Arekusu, and this is going to be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, I heard on the left side, I believe, is a Division 8 team from NGS, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, and of course, we're familiar with Raevar's Ravens. Arekusu and I actually played them last week as a fill-in for, a stand-in for the show match, so we're pretty familiar with their playstyle. We did beat them the first game. And sure, maybe we picked Probius and Diva. The third game was a little bit of a troll, but I don't expect them to be fooling around. We do have that first ban, Garrosh, which is pretty standard, though.
Yeah, pretty strong ban. Genji, pretty strong ban as well. We saw the Genji yesterday, was pretty strong.
Oh yeah, absolutely. First pick Malfurion, I feel that's probably pretty standard. And by the way, this was Met pick for Ultimate Mosh Pit. The Met bans were Braxis and the Sky Temple, so we will not be seeing that tonight. But this is a best of 3. But yeah, Malfurion, I feel, is probably the best support in the game at the moment. I see that Raevar's Ravens values him, which I think is pretty smart. So I like them picking up this early. Maiev, who actually was nerfed recently, getting picked up, and Johanna, who was buffed. So I like the Johanna pick. I guess we'll have to see if Maiev is still good.
Yeah, it's left to see. I did not saw what the change to Maiev, but I'm curious to see if he will be able to make her good.
Well, Blaze was nerfed as well. His bunker got a 10-second cooldown increase, but I still feel he is pretty strong. So I like that pickup, especially on Tomb. He's going to be a good solo laner in that bottom. Bunker is going to help them against Maiev. And they're going to pair up with Gul'dan, which I feel like he is pretty good here as well.
Yeah, he got a lot of wave clear, and he can do a lot of damage. So I feel it's pretty good.
Bans now for Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. They could ban a main tank scene as they have one of their own. Maybe look for an ETC ban, or potentially even Diablo, who was recently buffed. I think it really comes down to how do you want to play these team fights with Maiev. You don't want that ETC messing your combos up, but Diablo kind of does the same thing.
Yeah, I think he wants to ban a tank as well, and I don't know. It's kind of hard. He didn't show pretty much what they're going to pick with other tank and probably a DPS. So yeah, probably a ETC or Diablo.
It is the ETC. Yeah, I felt like that was probably the bigger threat. Mosh Pit is very good, and just because of the crowd control he provides, I think that's pretty smart. Bans now for Raevar's Ravens. Okay, they're gonna ban the Stukov. I was trying to think of supports that would have been very bad, and Stukov and Maiev are normally paired together, so I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, and Stukov is still really good in the meta right now.
Mm-hmm.
The silence is a really good impact.
Yeah. Picks now for UMP. They're probably looking for their support and solo laner, or they save that for last and pick up a flex here. But support still available. Rhaegar was recently buffed. He is a potential pickup here. It would help them with some little bit of wave clear and sustain. They are going to pick up the Rhaegar, and they're going to pair them with Jaina, which will provide them a lot of wave clear and damage.
Yeah, it's looking pretty strong. It's looking pretty strong. And we have to see what they're going to pick from the right side.
Yeah, their last picks, they're going to need a main tank and probably some kind of auto attacker. Greymane is available, Viola as well, though she's pretty squishy. I would probably prefer to see the Greymane. Main tanks, we mentioned the Diablo earlier, that wouldn't be too bad. Otherwise, Muradin is a viable option as well.
Yeah, Muradin is really hard to kill. and a pretty strong tank. Yeah, probably a Greymane will look good on this map and this comp as well.
I mean, they're going to want someone to help wave clear in the rotation with the Gul'dan. So I think Greymane would make the most sense of the available assassins, unless they really want to go like a Hanzo or something like that. They don't want to get too melee heavy. All right, it is going to be the Greymane and the Muradin.
Yeah, pretty standard. We did think about it. And from the left side, what do you think?
Well, they need a solo laner up against Blaze, and there's not really too many that can hold their own. It could be a Sonya. It could even be a Leoric, which wouldn't be too terrible. You could lock down the Gul'dan, like force out a Horrify, but then there's Bunker there. I think Sonya is probably the standout here.
Yeah, Sonya is pretty good. She got some wave clear, and she's able to kill someone pretty quick too. So we'll see. I think Sonya is the best pick there.
I mean, yeah, she's probably the best because she's got good wave clear. She could technically go leap and force out a Bunker or a Horrify perhaps. Leoric is still viable though because he has good wave clear and he can actually beat the Blaze. They're gonna go for Thrall instead, not going for a second warrior, instead of going double melee assassin.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking they're going to lack damage. I don't know. I don't know why to Thrall. We'll see in game what he can do. Probably my biggest question is about the Maeve.
Yeah, I think Maiev is going to have to get a lot of valuable to get that to work. They have a lot of lockdown. Let's see if they can get the burst damage in. Get ready for game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And thank you again, everyone in Twitch chat for joining us tonight. I can see a bunch of you. Angus, Beefy, not the Beefy, Beefy. Thank you for coming in. You had a great game yesterday. But yeah, this is our show match between UMP and RRS. That's the real ultimate mosh pit versus Raevar's Ravens. A best of 3. Starting out on Tomb. There will be no Braxis. There will be no Sky Temple. Medivh,
yeah,
please. This is over, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty salty about portrait synergy from the River Riven.
They have it fixed on my screen. I see them all on the Uther now.
Okay.
I think
maybe it's just my screen.
Yeah, it's just a bug. All right, here we go. Let's get ready for game number 1 in our series between Real Ultimate Mosh Pit and Raevar's Ravens. On the right-hand side, it is Raevar's Ravens with Bridge to Death on that not Malfurion, the Muradin, Renoris on the Malfurion, Norian playing Gul'dan, Will to Live on Greymane, and variations on the Blaze. And on the left-hand side, it is the Real Ultimate Mosh Pit with Mayog B-stepping on the Maiev, Dendi Smasher on the Jaina, Dengstrom playing Johanna, Synchrony on Thrall, and Sven on Rhaegar. May the memes be with you, says Norian. Level 1 talents, no Crash Lightning. We do have the Echo of the Elements coming out from Thrall. Block coming in from Muradin, and Q build Gul'dan, not going for the Echoed Corruption, the E.
Yeah, I think Troll will be solo laning against that Blaze. That's why I take Echo.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's probably the smart call. Looks like we have a disconnect already early on. That's not a good sign. Okay. Thrall disconnected early on. Well, we're going to send you back to the wait screen real quick. You guys get to listen to some dank music. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back. Welcome, everyone. Sorry about that. Give me some love, sexy. Okay, glad we came back to that. I wasn't ready, says the player giving the countdown.
Well, we're back, and we're seeing a lot of action mid.
And yes, I do realize that the music is twice as loud as the in-game stuff. I just like to ruin people's ears, Anus the Beefy. You know how it is. But yeah, we are back now.
And we're seeing the Blaze doing a lot of work top. Troll is not looking so great right now.
Sven goes down. That is first blood. They get the counter kill on the Murden, though. In fact, they get 2 kills. Nice turnaround there from Real Ultimate Mosh Pit, grabbing that set of kills. Tamayev
doing work.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about how making the Maiev work, and obviously worked really well there. Granted, Blaze is doing very good, and I expected Blaze to do really well in this bottom lane, so they have to make up for it here.
Yeah, they need to help the Troll bot, because he's not going to win this lane.
Well, I mean, as long as they get picks in the 4-man rotation, they should be okay.
Yeah, that is true.
In fact, they're going to get a pull. Yep, they get the pull onto Gul'dan, and Bridge to Death has to jump away as well. That is another kill going over to Real Ultimate Boschman, and that's what I'm saying. I think it's okay. You can see the Thrall came up for the rotation, as long as they get those picks.
Yeah, as long as they get those picks. They got Maiev, they got Raevar, they got a good character to get a pick on with. Sorry.
I mean, the good thing through this all, Blaze did get that bottom wall and half of a tower already, so that's good for them. They're still only slightly behind in XP. Level 4s have been achieved for both the teams. Malfurion going for that Vengeful Roots at level 4. Bridge to Death might be getting caught out here. You can see that Gul'dan damage trying to get in there. Jaina Blizzard catches him, but he will get away.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage on Arden there. They need to be careful. Jaina hurt.
Yeah, she hurts a lot, in fact. Roots coming out from Malfurion, not able to lock down Bridge of Death. Muradin has a pretty easy escape. But turn-ins are available now on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. Unfortunately, Ravers Ravens, they lost quite a few gems in that top lane. Bridge of Death gets 1 interrupt, has to back away.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. Even though his archer kill, he's getting like bursary art.
Yep. 18 of these gems on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit are on the Thrall. So in the solo lane, he's going to eventually have to go and try to get those in the bottom lane. Rhaegar going in for the doggy-dog fights. Roots come out, do land on Dengstrom and Mayog. Thrall completing his Echo of the Elements pretty early on. That will help him in his lane quite a bit.
Yeah, he did a good job to get his stack. Didn't take too long.
No level 7s yet for either of the teams. Jaina is very low on mana and took a lot of damage from Gul'dan. By the way, he's at 24 stacks on his Q. But yeah, this is Blaze's time to perhaps back away and maybe get a turn-in of his own, because I don't think there's anything Blaze can do unless he's just going to full Hearth.
Yeah, he got the wall already. You need to be careful to not get pick on.
Yeah, in fact,
and the Jaina.
Yeah, Jaina had the roots there. That was pretty good there. That's now 4 stacks on that Malfurion root. Level 7 is here now for both teams. Skullcracker coming in from Muradin. Greymane going for the cocktail, but that is the first Web Weaver of the game going over to Ravers Ravens. Cleanse coming out will save Mayog for now.
Yeah, it was a really good turn in there. They knew Jaina was low, and they knew nobody was there. He took advantage of it.
So we'll see what Ravers Ravens can make out of this push. Normally on this map, you want to prioritize the top lane. I can't believe Blade survived that down there. Normally you want to prioritize the top lane. Okay, he goes down finally. Yeah. I keep losing my sentence. All right, top lane, because this is the lane that the boss spawns in. It helps you set up a win condition later. But losing Blaze at the bottom means they lose a lot of that push power at the bottom. And Dengstrom has to use the Iron Skin to get away from this as well.
I don't think they're going to get much more than the wall there.
I mean, that's pretty much what you expect from the first Web Weavers. They're not generally that strong. In fact, UMP looking to turn things around. They get the pick onto Gul'dan. Nice job with that lockdown from then. Will to Live's trying to get away from this, but Dengstrom coming with the condemn. Nice stun there from Murden, not enough to save Malfurion. In fact, Murden might have just spelled his own death. No way! Variations with a nice stun. Bridge of Death gets away with about 20 HP. So we have another disconnect on the side of Raevar's Ravens.
That's some rip.
All right, Twitch chat. I'm going to give you like 5 seconds here to make sure you turn down your volume because I'm going to switch the scenes. Are you ready? Get ready for some dank music, but it's going to be loud. Here we go. Back, and we have the Gul'dan and Norian joining back in here. I'm gonna assume he's watching the stream right now, and that's the reason he's lagging. Norian, get off the stream. I saw you in here earlier.
Timurden was pretty lucky to stay alive there. It was a really good stun from the Blaze.
Jaina completing her glove quest as well. That'll help her out. She now has Ice Block available to her. Level 10 around the corner now for real ultimate Mosh Pit. And again, top lane priority is where it's going to be at because they want to get closer to that win condition with the boss later on. It looks like they're going to try to get a gank on the mid lane. They get the nice stun onto Synchrony. Going to lay down that Sundering, and in fact, Thrall gets away. Nice disengage from Thrall.
Level 10 did get there. Fine.
And no Ring of Frost on Jaina, by the way. We do have the Water Elemental coming up from her, which means they can't really set up a Wombo combo, but because Blaze is on the opposite side with, I'm assuming, the bunker, they're going to want to probably go the Water Elemental just for the poke.
Yeah, probably. And they're trying to get big. That's for sure with Maeve, but I mean, the bunker is still there. They need to think about it. That's true. Water Elemental will be probably better there, I think.
So Keep Wall goes down. In terms of ultimates, we have the Avatar, Go for the Throat, Twilight Dream, Bunker. Gul'dan sitting on his, I'm assuming it's not going to be the Reign of Destruction. Okay, good. It's the Horrify. And now we have UMP with potentially another turn-in. Synchrony getting into 34 gems. They do get the turn-in. However, will they get away? Sven, nice double stun there from Variations on Blaze. Twilight Dream comes out, not enough to secure the kill. Raevar goes down. That is one kill inside of Raevar Ravens, but they get the counter kill onto Greymane. But the Web Weavers are still here. Renoris on Malfurion barely getting away there. In fact, Mayog wants the double pull. They might actually be able to get someone still. Double root from Raegar as well. Blaze gets away. Nice Horrify there on the side of Raevar's Ravens.
Yeah, that was a nice counter kill from Team Mosh Pit. Was a nice counter pick there. They helped them to turn. And so, are going to get the fort there.
Yeah, they get another fort. The one at the bottom is pushed out pretty far. Blaze actually got that fort at the bottom by himself, so that lane is going to be pushed back. However, this is going to be another Keep Wall, which is going to be a lot of XP as they inch closer to level 13. So they'll probably look to get the Keep Wall. They could potentially go boss after this, or maybe just worry about protecting the turn-in. But this Web Weaver is basically already dead, and so now real ultimate Mosh Pit is going to back out.
This was a really good push, mid. He got the Keep Wall. So he got 2 Keep Wall. They're looking good. They're looking in a good position right now for Team Mosh Pit.
And now they have their level 13, so that'll be all forts down on the side of Raevar's Ravens. Question is, what do you do now if you're a real ultimate Mosh Pit? Do you press your advantage in this bottom lane? Do you worry about the turn-in? I mean, I don't think they're really that afraid because they have ultimates available.
I think they need to seek for the level 13 right now. They pretty much need that to fight. Otherwise, it's going to be hard.
A little bit of a bush setup here on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. You can see they're laying down that. All right, here they come. We have the Sundering as well as that. Okay, hold on. Gul'dan is actually going to die. That was a really nice Twilight Dream, but I don't think it's enough to save the team. Murden also falling. Will to Live gets away with about 30 HP. Malfurion not so lucky. 3 kills going over to Real Ultimate Mosh Pit with that level 13 advantage, getting them caught in that bush.
This was a really nice ambush.
I mean, Malfurion, they put the root down as a bit of like a zoning tool or like a checking to make sure they weren't on the camp, but then they didn't check to see if they were in the bush next to the camp, and I think that was the biggest problem.
That is true. They didn't know to tell that camp was clear and you were able to do it, and little they know, they got 5 men on him.
Real Ultimate Mosh Pit is turning in. My math says they're short. Yeah, they're short. They were showing at boss, but then they decided not to do it. I think Raymane actually did show at the bottom. So Ultimate Mosh Pit trying to go in variations. He has the stun, but now he's caught. Bunker is available. He's going to have to use it now, but will he get away? It looks like he will for now. Sundering is going to go up, but misses. Blaze will eventually fall. Bridge to death on Murden, has to jump away. Unfortunately, Renorris on Malfurion was not there to get all the heals in time, and that is another kill going over to Real Ultimate Mosh Pit.
Yeah, they look really strong right now. They start the Grey main bot, and they decide to jump on them. Really good fight from them.
Question in chat says, are both of the teams Plat/Diamond, or are they different ranks like yesterday? I believe they're pretty similar. I believe these are both like Diamond players, Diamond Master, somewhere around there. So this should be a pretty even matchup. Greymane at the bottom. We do have another turn-in available on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. Boss is pushing, so this is going to be a big push coming out on the blue side here.
Yeah, Greymane to get the camp to help them. To clear that.
So this is at least the keep. Web Weavers should be able to secure a keep in the middle, I believe. The camp at the bottom actually is very impactful because that will actually kill the Web Weavers by itself. Variations does get pulled in, so unfortunately not time it. They get the nice stun. Bunker goes out as well. Variations is very low. Thrall Sundering going out. However, Blaze will die here. Horrify not able to save him. And Bridge of Death has to back away as well. He gets the root on top of him. Bridge of Death has to use Avatar. Murden jumps away. Keep falls. Will to Live going in all alone. Malfurion is dead. Greymane is dead. And it looks like this might be the first game going over to Real Ultimate Mosh Pit as they march towards the core.
Yeah, he won the fight, and this was a good fight from them. So, and yeah, that's probably a game.
GGs have been called. That will be first game in our best of 3 series going over to Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. GG, well played.
That was a quick game.
That was a quick game. You know, that last push on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit was pretty deadly. You can take a look at these final damage numbers. Jaina, Maiev, Thrall, pretty even. Jaina, Dendy Smasher doing a really good job getting that damage in. Gul'dan, as expected, had the damage, but the biggest thing was the kill counts, 15 to 12. And yeah, quick game, only 13 minutes here on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah, the Maeve did work there.
Yes. You can take a look at those final talents as well. We're gonna go back to our loud screen. Here, I'm giving you another warning, chat. Loud screen incoming. I promise I'll fix this for the next time, but we're gonna take a quick break while we get the next game set up, so stick around. We'll be right back. right, everyone, welcome back to some Learning 5's show match here between Real Ultimate Mosh Pit versus Raevar's Ravens. This is game number 2. Game number 1 going over to Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. Raevar's Ravens choosing to go for map pick. They chose to go to Dragonshire, which means first pick will be on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. And I would expect to see another potential Garrosh ban.
Yeah, he's still really strong. Or maybe a Malfurion. Except if the Real Mosh Pit is going to take it.
Last time we saw the ban on a Genji as well. I actually would expect that potentially. You know, Raevar's Ravens choosing to go for that Malfurion early, I think was still the right choice. But maybe this time around, they could let their opponents grab it and maybe, like, grab the Genji if they choose not to. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can play that. In fact, Ultimate Mosh Pit, they're just going to ban out Malfurion, potentially leaving either they're potentially leaving Garrosh or Genji available.
Yeah, I think it was a good ban. Well, Malfurion is still a really good support, really strong support. And it's sometimes scary. I don't think you want to first pick him, I guess, if they are going to ban him.
Well, I like this. Oh, we got the snap pick on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit taking that Genji. But I like the Maiev ban. I think that's showing a lot of respect for their opponents, but also, you know, just to get rid of the potential that she provides. But Genji is the snap pick. I would expect Raevar's Ravens then to pick up Garrosh and something with the stun, perhaps, or I'm not sure. But either way, they need to lock down the Genji.
Yeah, they need something to deal with it.
But Garrosh does pretty well in the Genji. He can taunt him, which is pretty good, as well as just you can point blank taunt him and then immediately throw him, which gives him a stun. Like, just throw him right where he's standing, which will stun him. So they are going to grab the Garrosh, and they're going to pair that up with Raevar. So early prioritization on the Raevar is interesting.
Yeah, it is. The Garrosh is still a really strong man. A really strong pick there. He's always good. And he needs something to deal with the Genji. The Raevar, I hope he will get enough heal for his team.
I mean, I think with the changes to Raevar, basically they buffed his Q, but they nerfed his R, his ancestral healing. It gives him a lot more sustain. And they changed some of his lightning talents, his shield, so he can get mana return. So I think he's actually in a pretty good spot right now. But picks on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. They're going to need a tank here, likely. ETC is available. I think he'd work pretty well with the Genji. So they're going to go with Tried and True Johanna, and they're going to pair up with the Haka, which is a very good global on this map.
Yeah, too strong, really strong pick there. Johanna is always good to blind, and Haka is always good with the global.
So bans for Raevar's Ravens. I would actually like them to ban Deckard. I feel like between that and Stukov, Deckard actually might be more damaging because he's going to have that AoE stun, and there's going to be so much follow-up and lockdown available on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. But instead, they're going to ban the Uther. They don't want to deal with Divine Shield Dragonblade.
I'm trying to think what do you want to go? If they're going to ban the Uther, do you want to go something?
I mean, to me, that says they still want perhaps some kind of squishy backline, because Uther would have been able to save Genji to do that. Or they want burst damage to kill the Genji, and they don't want to Divine Shield to save him. But bans for Real Ultimate Mosh Pit, they're probably looking to get rid of some damage. Maybe they get rid of like a Li Ming, unless they're wanting to take it themselves. They could go the double reset with Li Ming and Genji. They could get rid of a solo laner up against a Haka. We could see a Blaze ban here. You know, when you know it, you know it.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with the bunker.
Yeah, I think that's pretty smart, especially because you already have Genji on your team. You don't want the enemies escaping you into that bunker, and I believe Variations on Blaze did a pretty good job last game. But picks now for Raevar's Ravens. I mean, there's so many things. It's rough against the Genji. I would like them to take up Greymane. as a potential steal because Greymane and Genji do go very well together. So I would like them to pick up Greymane and potentially a solo lane against the Haka like a Sonya.
Yeah, Sonya and Greymane. Yeah, Greymane to steal, like you said, because we saw it yesterday. Genji Greymane does a lot of damage and is able to dive really hard on someone. So.
Yeah, and Sonya against the Haka. Okay, yeah, I believe that should be pretty good. It is a Sonya, but instead they are going to pick up the Jaina. So, I mean, she is squishy, but she can deal with Genji because of her slows. So that is the one mage that is actually pretty okay against Genji.
Yeah, Jaina last game did really well on the side of Mosh, so maybe he don't want to deal against it.
That could be. Last picks for Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. They need a healer. I mentioned the Deckard before. I think that would still be pretty good. I would assume it's either that or the Stukov. They also just need more damage. Potentially, we mentioned the Greymane before. If they want a mage, it could be Li Ming. They could go for the double reset kill composition.
That is true. Li Ming is really strong for that. The reset.
I mean, the one thing that worries me on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit is potentially the wave clear, but then I looked and like, oh wait, they got Johanna and Deckard. They're gonna go double global. I was not expecting that. Falstad Brightwing on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit.
He wanted global advantage. True global from the side of Mosh Pit. That's some, yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because I assume they just wanted to kill people, and Brightwing doesn't necessarily go in and kill people. So the cool thing you can do with Genji and Brightwing, though, it's basically you have Genji dive in, and then Brightwing will use her phase shift, her Z, onto him, and then use the Emerald Winds to pull the team apart, and then Genji just kind of destroys them. It's called the Brightwing bomb. You throw her in and she does her buttons, and then the team is split apart and you kill them. So that can work.
Yeah, that can work. I think they did go for a lot of global though. It's going to be hard for Team Riven to deal against.
Okay. I have to say, I am a big fan of Zarya. Personally, I love her. Triple Warrior on the side of Raevar's Weapons, but don't let the warrior classification, throw you off. Zarya does a lot of damage, and that's honestly just a ranged AA that can, put shields out occasionally.
Yeah, that's true. She is able to do a lot of damage if she get Turnigy she need. That's looking like an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was really afraid of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit because I thought they were going to go full blow-up comp and they were going to get Greymane and, just dive on an opponent. But then they chose to go just triple global, grabbing Falstad and Brightwing. So I'm really questioning their draft. But on the same end, Raevar's Ravens pulling out the Zarya going triple warrior. I have no idea who's going to pick this up. But here we go. Game number 2 in our best of 3 series between the Real Ultimate Mosh Pit and Raevar's Ravens. On the right-hand side, it is Raevar's Ravens with Norian on Jaina, Renorse on Rhaegar, Variations playing the Sonya Bridge to Death on the Garage, and Will to Live on Zarya. On the left-hand side, it is Real Ultimate Mosh Pit with Mayag B-stepping on that Genji. Sven is playing the Brightwing Synchrony on Dahaka, Dankstrom on Johanna, and Dendi Smasher on Falstad. May the taint known as Leg be nevermore, says Norian.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to hope that doesn't happen again this game. Level 1 talents, Dahaka going for globes, Falstad going for Seasoned Marksman, Brightwing is going for Bribe, which will be interesting, and Q-Build Zarya trying to poke their opponents out.
I think it's good. Poke is always good. They got Brightwing, so
yeah,
maybe it's a good idea to poke.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, personally, I'm a fan of Feel the Heat. I just like to walk into the enemy team, hit my shield and then burn their faces in, but I think Q can get valid. Oh, goodness, we already have a disconnect. Okay.
I don't know what is happening with my internet right now.
All right. We're going to give you the warning in case the music is loud again, but hopefully it's not incredibly loud. But here we go. We're going to send you back. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Welcome back, everyone. Again, apologize for the delay. We had another disconnect. Just blame Norian. But
yeah,
we're back.
We're back. It's bad internet. We need to find something better.
It's just that first 50 seconds of the game when it tries to load all the abilities in and doesn't know what to do. It's like, this is too many. You're hitting too many buttons at once.
Yeah. 4 bottom against 2.
So it will be Sonya up against a Haka at the top, which is probably expected. But again, triple global on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. So at any time, Sonya could get ganked, and she needs to be careful of that because she's already pushing pretty far in on the lane. In fact, we can see Brightwing coming to the top. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You have to play very safe now in this top lane because there's so many globals available.
That is true. I love the decision from the side of Raevar going for the camp early.
Yeah, they get the early camp, which will help on this bottom push. Dendi Smasher on Falstad is here now. Level 4s are getting closer, though, for Real Ultimate Mosh Pit because they've been soaking a little bit better because they've been doing this kind of double soak game. Meanwhile, at the top, it is Sonya up against the Haka. Sonya's at half health. Variations is going to be staying in the lane for now and not getting the objective, which is probably smart because no one is middle to actually cap it.
Yeah, now they got Raevar against the Genji middle, so trying to get a level 4 from the side of Raevar right now.
Yep, so 4 picked up first on the side of UMP. Brightwing going for that peekaboo. That's going to help her get vision when she Z's in on their opponents. Good pushes so far from UMP, or from Raevar's Ravens, but UMP is holding their own, and we... Are you kidding me? Come on, teams. All right, so each of the teams is just pausing left and right. Warning again, team. Pretty please, PowerPoints, Peter Pan. We'll be back. All right, we're back, team. We're unpaused, and we're ready to go. I apologize again for what's happening. It's not under my control, but we're finally back again.
The Joanna getting hurt a lot. Jenna does a lot of damage.
Yeah, she sure does. We see that Brightwing is top. Tongue going out on the variations. Polymorph as well, taking some good damage, but will be able to just whirlwind away from all of that damage. Raevar actually biting the Genji. He's like, yo, get out of my lane. I'm a support, but I'm here to do the damage.
Yeah, it's surprising that Raevar was able to do that much of damage on Genji.
So aggressive steal on the side of Raevar's Ravens, going for their opponent's siege camp, denying some XP, which is pretty good. Pretty even in XP right now as well.
Yeah, from the side of Mosh, they did soak really well. Was soaking mid and bottom more. So they are still getting the XP advantage right now. Not from a lot, but still an advantage.
Yep, it's still an advantage. Level 7 will be picked up first for real ultimate mosh pit. In fact, there it is. Throwing Dengstrom away is bridge to death. Variations has not taken that objective at the top, instead holding the lane against Dahaka. And now that Dahaka has more talents available, he actually is able to survive pretty well up against that Dahaka, or up against the Sonya, excuse me. So Dahaka, I think, eventually will win that lane now, because you can see Dahaka going for that Hero Stalker, actually not going for the minion one, and Feeding Frenzy, which will help him get his Q, his tongue up more often, which basically you use that to stop Sonya from spinning and healing. Bridge to death, get throwing and get a nice triple stun, completing his quest.
Yeah, Brightwing still sitting on his level 7 talent right now.
I'm wondering if he thinks he needs cleanse or not. Zarya is falling in the bottom lane. That is first blood. Going over to real ultimate mosh pit. Bridge to death goes down as well. That is 2 kills for them. Yeah, but yeah, the level 7 from Brightwing, they're probably thinking, do I need cleanse? I would say yes. You want to cleanse at least a taunt or a Jaina slow. It's probably worth picking up. All right, then they do go for cleanse.
Yeah. I think they're going to win that objective there on the side of
yeah, Raevar going in with the aggressive defense and getting caught out there, unfortunately. So that is 3 kills now, going over to real ultimate mosh pit. Variations. I don't think he has vision on everyone right now. He does, so he should be safe at the top lane for now.
Yeah, Sonya still need to be careful. Still 3 global against her. She can get ganked pretty easily.
So both objectives currently in the favor of real ultimate mosh pit. Level 10 is now here. We got the X Strike, Isolation, Mighty Gust. Johanna and Brightwing still sitting on theirs. Reagan going over to UMP. Looks like they're gonna head to the bottom lane.
Yeah, Dahaka's still top. Probably a good idea to let him soak there. He's still a global, so he can get bot anytime he wants.
Brightwing is going for the Emerald Wood, which I mentioned before, and Blessed Shield from Johanna. But yeah, basically the idea with Emerald Wind is, well, you can use it as just the normal disengage, but also have Genji dive in the back line, and then you Z in on them. This Dragon actually getting chunked down very quickly. Bridge to Death is in the back line. It actually has to use his Unstoppable. Undoubtedly get away. It won't be enough. X-Strike goes onto him. Garrosh falls. Yeah, I don't know about that flank there.
No, he did get way too intimate all of the team there.
Yeah, they didn't have level 10. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, but Janna did burst a lot of the health. Tutor Dragon was a good defense from Raevar.
Interestingly, we do have Graviton Surge from Zarya with the Ring of Frost. So potentially Wombo combo, pulling all the members of the team together and then Ring of Frosting multiples of them and just completely bursting them down.
Yeah, and we got the taunt from the Garrosh. We did expect that.
Angus the Beast says, by the way, you can resume the game by pressing the print screen. I might have actually changed all of my settings, by the way, so I don't know if that actually works. I actually have, like, observer key bindings that are different. Like, I changed them. So I don't know if that's true or not. But maybe. But hashtag the more you know. Meanwhile, up at the bottom, Sven does use that Emerald Wind, will lock down the Jaina, which means this Graviton Surge does nothing other than trying to poke them for a little bit more damage, but Raevar goes down. That is 2 kills going over to a real ultimate mosh pit.
It was a good fight there. 4v4.
Yeah, 4v4 with level 13. Yeah, the Genji's doing a lot. I mean, we saw it was kind of a good combination. Again, that's what you want to do with that Emerald Win. Losing Jaina earlier was a big thing. They actually had the opportunity to turn it around. Like, if they pulled off the Graviton Surge plus Ring of Frost combo, that would have been a complete wipe in the opposite direction.
Yeah, but it did start to combo too late. Jaina was already dead.
So double globals, one up top, one at the bottom, each grabbing a shrine, and which means they're going to be set up to just take this objective immediately. In fact, Genji already channeling, and I believe that was a Mighty Gust used at the bottom. Yeah, it was. Dendy Smasher blowing away Garrosh to make sure that you can't actually contest this. So another immediate pickup from UMP.
Yeah, I think they're going to push for the keep wall there. I think it's a good idea. Keep wall is always better.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in this bottom lane, because that's where the siege camps are. So you can get a bigger push going on. Hold on! We got Johanna going in. Graviton Surge going up, but they don't combo it with the Ring of Frost. I don't know if they just weren't on the same page there. So that ultimate from Zarya basically did nothing.
Yeah, they're kind of getting...
Well, there's the Ring of Frost. It does land onto one member, only onto Sven. Brightwing gets away, despite taking all that damage. Will to live on Zarya, trying to get the damage in. Finally does. Johanna goes down, and now this is where we see Zarya shine. Gust has to be used, but yeah, Zarya putting out some good numbers there in that last team fight, and it's a Genji in here, which means he should just straight up survive this in this game.
Yeah, I expect him to escape easily.
But
Sonya getting, Sonya getting the tower top. Never mind, she's backing Daka at low ball. Pretty good idea to back now.
Yeah, they could actually, they could use their globals and try to get a pick on her even. They got the tongue. I believe she still has whirlwind up. Yeah, variation gets away just fine. In fact, we might see the rotation from their opponents. Felstead flying in, Graviton Surge missing. Unfortunately, he does get out of this one. Synchrony very low, has to back away. Dahaka gets the tongue. Onto Garrosh, he will get away from there for now. Bridge to Death has the shield from Zarya, and no kills despite all those abilities being used.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates used there. No kill, I'm surprised about that.
Bridge to Death had Genji for a second there. They actually burned Mighty Gust just to make sure that Genji could get out of there.
Yeah, they don't want to get caught, they don't want to let the enemy team get killed. To get 16, I think it's going to be scary to fight against them.
Yeah, agreed. They do get out. Will to Live actually still managed to go the rotation. Bridge of Death throwing him out. But yeah, 16 is a pretty big thing. In fact, Brightwing sitting on her 16s. I'm trying to think of the options available again. She did pick up Ice Block at 13, which will help against that potential Wombo combo on the opponent's side. Genji and crew are aggressively invaded their opponent's camp as well up here.
Yeah, I like that. I like their tactic. They love to invade. They did that first game as well.
And
I think it's a good team.
Yeah, and grabbing that well is pretty good. Just removing the sustain. Variations is kind of caught. Like, yeah, he has to hearten that bush over there because he can't actually go anywhere else without dying. But no 16 yet for Raevar's Ravens. They need to be careful they don't get caught while the next shrines are active. They're in a tough spot. Again, triple global means UMP can just get the objective immediately.
Yeah, probably Genji again into Dragon.
Yeah,
probably the best idea. He can escape.
Felstead at the bot, Dahaka at the top. Genji grabbing the dragon, and that's another easy dragon going over to real ultimate mosh pit. I questioned the draft. Why wouldn't you just go for the kill comp? And they're like, well, we could just get the dragon every time, I guess.
Yeah, global is really good on this map. Was not expecting that to be that good, but did work pretty well right now.
So this dragon is going to grab them at least the keep wall, if not the entire keep. Again, the keep at the bottom is already gone, and it has a siege camp there that has to get cleaned up. Otherwise, that'll go straight to the core. Level 16 is now here for Raevar's Ravens as they push in and try to extend their lead.
Yeah, I want them to try to fight there, but Sonya is not there.
Sonya not here yet. She was grabbing 16. Finally, Graviton Surge going out, hitting nobody. Again, another miscombination, and they're trying to make something happen. Dangstrom has to use the shield. Ring of Frost hitting nobody, but they do get the taunt onto Dahaka. Not enough because that nice gust coming out there from Dendy Smasher as he finally completes that seasoned marksman. And now UMP survives. They get the keep, and RRS, they just lost another building.
Yeah, at least nobody died from the side of Raevar.
Yeah,
I was expecting them to get at least one people there, but they missed Ring of Frost and the Zarya ult.
So a 2-level lead on the side of Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. 2 keeps down for their opponents. This is a really tough situation if you're Raevar's Ravens. The way that you get back into this game now is honestly you have to force a team fight before your opponents get 20. And because they don't have anything else really down, like they only have 1 fort down, not only do they need a win of team fight, they need to win multiple team fights. In fact, they're looking for it right now. Taunt goes down, hits nobody. Brutes of Death now caught out by themselves. Graviton Surge lands on just the Johanna, but she pops her Iron Skin to get away, and those were ultimates used, and they don't get any picks.
Yeah, that's 2 ultimates used there. Don't know if it was worth.
I mean, I think it was a smart attempt. Like, that's what they should have been doing. I just don't think they were on the same page. Because, you know, if they're not communicating, hey, I'm using this ultimate on this person, we have to be in position to do it, then you get no value, as we saw. That's exactly what happened. So, now, Real Ultimate Mosh Pit going to grab their Bruiser Camp. They're going to get level 20. Shrines are up, and I don't know if Raevar's Ravens can defend this one. I mean, this dragon goes straight to core if they lose it.
Yeah, team need to defend it. It's going to be Arn, 2 global, pretty strong. At 3 global, pretty strong on this map. They need to defend one spot.
Looks like they're going to set up their defense at the bottom. Brutes of Death zoning between that rotation, making sure no one can come down here. But there will be catapults pushing in middle that they need to eventually take care of. There are your level 20s now on the side of UMP. Blessed Shield going out. Nice triple stun there from Dungstrom. Variation has the heal on him from Rhaegar, not hitting the Jaina, which means Dorian lays down 1 Ring of Frost, hitting nobody before death. That is 1 kill going over to UMP. Fastad going in with the Mighty Gust. Actually going for the upgrade. The Wind Tunnel pushing them back even further. Genji will actually die here. Variations diving into the backline, but Falstad goes down as well. This is a 2-for-1 trade now, actually in favor of RRS. Variation just spinning to win on the opponents. They're trying to get synchrony onto Haka as well. Sonya just getting so much value in this team fight, and they actually make the turn.
That was impressive from the side of Raevar Raven. Nice comeback on this. Nice comeback.
Yeah, really good job from them. There are catapults melting on the core. We can see Rhaegar actually went back to try to defend that. But again, the problem is the globals. Real Ultimate Mosh Pit, they can just send someone top as soon as they respawn. In fact, variations on Sonya's head in there, which means this is a 2v3 at the bottom. And again, because the catapults are a constant pressure, they can't always just be fighting the rest of the game.
Yeah, they need to do something.
Well, Indomitable
they need to win against another fight.
Again, Graviton Surge hitting nobody. I don't know if they were trying to use it as a disengage tool or if it was a, hey, I'm going to Graviton now, get your Ring of Frost ready. But either way, that Graviton did nothing. And Raevar's Ravens coming in. Here's the flight from Falstad. Taunt does land on him. Brutes of Death has the shield from Zarya. Dangstrom will survive. He has Indomitable if he doesn't, but Garrosh goes down. UMP gets the kill. Unfortunately, Sonya was trying to channel in the middle, does not get the dragon in time.
Yeah, they are going to need to get 20 really fast right now.
Yeah, but even then, it would be a 4v5. I don't know what they need to do at this point anymore. Sonya actually is heading to the top to try to keep the Hawk off the point. The tongue comes in, but here comes Brightwing. This will probably be a dead Sonya unless their team can get there in time. Variation is just spinning to win on the point, but the channel has been taken, and now the Dragon goes off in the middle as Genji grabs it. Graviton Surge actually finally does land, but Dendy Smasher on Falstad with that Mighty Gust. Variations is caught now, trying to spin away, and it looks like they do.
And at the same time, Team Mosh Pit is going to right to the core with the Dragon.
With the Dragon and 2 catapults, these are pretty deadly. In fact, they realize how much damage the catapults do, but the Dragon Knight is also here. Dendy Smasher flying in. Ring of Frost actually does land on him. Do they get the kill? Yeah, they get the kill on the Falstad, but this core is already going down. 50% left on that. Dragon Knight is just smashing away. Looks like this is going to be game number 2 and the series going over to Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. GG, well played.
I feel like UMP did play really well on this map. Still, Raevar almost did a comeback. I was hoping for a comeback history. I was really hoping for that.
Yeah, it was a pretty small kill count. Only 8 kills to 4, but the experience is the big thing. You know, you can see Dahaka's up there, Falstad, Brightwing. I mean, they were doing their job with that triple global. And you can see that damage numbers, Zarya actually topping the charts on the side of Raevar's Reserves. That's why I said, don't be fooled by that warrior tag. In fact, that is a lot of damage that Zarya puts out. Final talents there as well. But yeah, good job from Real Ultimate Mosh Pit winning the series 2-0 over their opponents. Good job from both of the teams, really. I feel like it could have gone either way. This was a lot of high skill level gameplay coming up from both of these teams.
Yeah, it was. It was both a good game.
Yeah, both of these games were really good. But again, that will be it for our series tonight. Hopefully we'll have another show match for you guys next week as well. Yeah, do you have any final words for us at all?
Not really. It was really interesting match. I was hoping for the third match. Again, was not like yesterday. It was not a stump. Team Raevar was able to do something, and yeah, it was fun to watch and to cast with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for joining me. Thanks everyone in Twitch chat for showing up. I appreciate you being here. My name is Graysville. If you enjoyed the cast, I would appreciate your follow on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/Graysville. Thank you all for joining us. We're done for tonight, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.